Hey y'all, I'm gonna try to do another video. This time I'm in the process of making raised garden beds. Kind of loosely based on what Jeremiah did on for Jess on Roots and Refuge. And I think he posted it on his channel, Miah's Workshop. So that was my inspiration. So, and I'm also going to be doing the wood burning technique. I know a lot of people call it shoshugiban. It is actually yakisugi. So, here we go. Basically what this does is if I understand correctly, it burns out all the sugars, because it's the sugars that makes wood rot and makes it where it's very attractive to pests. You know, all those little critters that like to eat it and make their homes in it. And the more heat you apply to it, the darker it gets. But I just want a light finish on mine, so I'm not making it too dark. Because the metal that I'm putting on this is a charcoal gray, and I didn't want it to be too awfully dark. See that flashing up? There's a lot of sugar or sap, because these are pine boards. There's a lot of sap in the knots. I'm going to pause this and I will come back. Alright, I'm going to have to get into video editor. Oh crap. Okay, I'm going to have to get into video editor because that stopped on me while I took a phone call. Alright, so I've done both sides. Make for sure you do both of your ends here. Make sure you do these ends. Sorry, I'm winging it here. I've just got my phone to do my recording. I have realized that the angle and the distance that you hold your flame away from the board does change its effectiveness. So I just play around with it until I get the look that I want. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause and get this done. Okay, so while those other pieces are cooling down, I'd already done the corner pieces a few days ago, last week, so they're already cooled. So 2x4s, cut to the length you need. I did 15 inches. That's how deep I want my raised beds, so that's what I did. Because what I'm using, the metal that I'm using, is leftover from when I put siding on my garage to match my house. So might as well use up what I've already got. So it's 14 inches. I did these at 15 to just give me a little more leeway, because the ones I did at 14 inches, same as the metal, I had a few spots where the cuts on the metal weren't exactly even, and so it wasn't exactly even with my frame. So take a clamp them together. I don't know if you have a particular brand of power tools that you like. I'm in love with the Cobalt. Everything I've got's Cobalt. I'm using 3-inch screws, exterior wood screws with torque bit. Love the torque bit. I had never ever heard of one before I started working on my house, because we completely gutted and remodeled the house, and now I just love it. Just love them. Okay, hang on. I forgot something. So before I clamp those together, I'm going to figure out where I want my screws at, and I'm going to go ahead and start them, because otherwise it's, you know, it just makes it easier that way. That's not where I wanted that one, because I want these hidden. Alright, now, where were we? Clamps. Another thing, if you're going to do anything like this, I've used these so much for so many things. Because while I had barely ever used power tools before, again, reference back to my house remodel, I know how to use a lot of power tools now. Alright. Get these screwed together. Corner. I'm going to do the other 3 and I'll come back. Okay, so these have cooled down, and what I'm going to do is I've got my corner here propped up. Make for sure my ends are even, and then clamp them together so that they don't move. Both sides. So just because I want to save screws, I'm using these 3-inch ones here, where it's going to go into the side of the 2x4. And then I will use a 2-inch here, where it's going to go into the longer flat side. It saves the screws that way. We all know stuff's way too expensive these days. I get all my stuff at Lowe's. These are what I'm using. I did use those stainless steel ones to put these together. As you can see, those are going to be covered up, so everything will look nice. And just because I already had these I had to go buy more because I ran out. So, all right. I have a bad tendency not to pre-drill my holes, and that just cracked. But I'll just move it. I'm an impatient person. I'd actually have to do that one, so let me do my short one over here. There we go, that side worked. Yeah, those are going to have to be pre-drilled. So, I'm going to come back to that. I have my second one, top and bottom. So, let me take you and show you what these look like in process. Here's one I just have to put the metal on. That one I had to cut the last of the boards for, so that's part of what was just cooling off. This is what they look like. Almost finished. You see, I still have to do top rails, but I'm waiting until I get all of them done before I do those. So let me go finish these, and I'll be right back to show you putting the metal on. Okay, so I've got my shorter ends all put together. Now I'm going to put my longer ends on. I'm just going to set these end pieces up. Get my board lined up. Clamp it together. And I did just teach myself that I need to stop being so impatient and pre-drill the holes, because it made it a whole lot easier. So, that's what we're going to do. Three-inch screws, and the 2-inch screws. I do these just like I do the other side. Double check, make sure I didn't move it. So, be right back. Okay, I'm going to show, just real quick, probably don't need to show it, but, you know, it's part of the video. Put a couple of screws in this metal for the side, and then I'm going to call it a night, because my husband just informed me that it was 10 o'clock, and that is definitely late for me. So, let me show you this, and then I will be done. I'm gonna wrap this up and get out of here. Hang on, be around. Whoop. Flipped you the wrong way. So I am using the self-drilling roofing screws, because this metal basically, I mean, this is the metal you put on your roof. I just happen to also use it for the siding on the house. Okay, I say I did it, but it was my husband's brilliant idea, and I am so glad that we did it, because I absolutely love it. Oh, it's neither. One thing I am doing is I'm doubling up the washers, because these are 1 inch, but as we all know, a 1-inch board is not a 1-inch board. Happens every time. I'm not real good at this part. My husband usually does it, but he's not here. One. Two. So, see, I'll put 2 more, I'll put 1 there, and then I'll do the same all the way around, and I'm not going to show this part, but I'll tell you. On the bottom, I put this wire mesh. It's to keep out moles, voles, all them little critters that like to dig in from underneath. And then underneath the whole thing, as you saw outside, I put down cardboard and then landscape fabric over it, and then I'll set the bed on top of it, and then the whole thing is going to get river rock when I've got all these done. So that's it. So I'm gonna get ready to head out of here, go inside, get cleaned up. So until next time, go plant a seed, because whether it's a plant or of knowledge, something's gonna come up. Bye, y'all.